Good morning, everybody. We are on another driveway. This is a driveway I did, kind of freshened up in probably around 2010. And this last storm kind of got to it. Right here is pretty good shape. We're just going to kind of touch it up and give it a little grade and put a real thin coat of gravel on this spot. But on up around the corner, it's got some pretty good washes and stuff, so we're going to have to do a little more extensive work on it. But so yeah, we're going to be grading again. I was going to use a dead cat on my microphone to see if that kind of helped deaden the track noise. And I grabbed the wrong dead cats for my other microphones that I don't use anymore. So we're going to have to suffer through the screeching. I'm not sure the dead cat would have fixed it anyways, but we were going to try. Trying to get it ready for Ken. He's supposed to be here at 9. It's about 8:15. Trying to knock this center out and get a few of the potholes out, and like I say, put a little sprucing up on it. Get rid of the vegetation stuff. Well, we'll keep out of here. Somebody's been throwing river rocks in the potholes. That creates problems. At least there's some moisture in it. That'll help it pack in. the culvert. I need to clean this ditch too. Not much of a ditch there. Last time that ditch was cleaned was probably around 2008 or 9. Alright, we'll keep at it. I hate that river rock. The last time I graded this driveway, I had my 121-3 straight blade. You can do just as good work with straight blade as you can this 6-way. It's just a lot harder. 6-way makes it so much easier. You have so much more control of your material. Being able to angle and tilt the blade is just so nice. Yeah, here we're starting to get into the more rut damage. A little higher up, it's even worse yet, so. Really sandy stuff right here. I think it's just all the fines that have washed out of the gravel. I don't know how well that rut's showing up on the camera. Alright, we'll keep at it. dead tree out of the way. Come on. Good firewood. There we go. Trying to get him as far under this limb as we can. I think that'll work. Perfect. There, we covered all of it. Awesome. I don't want to go that far up the hill, but yeah, I kind of want to get this done before he got back so I don't spill dirt on the fresh gravel. Oops. That ain't gonna work. There we go. Still plenty of moisture here. Yeah, a lot of this I'm not really going to be able to ditch because the road is sunken, kind of like that last one I did. So I'm going to have to build up with gravel to get any kind of drainage. There's not really any place to pull a ditch. getting where I can have a ditch a little further away from the road. Now it's getting easier. All right, we'll keep at it here. All right, round 3. I think the tailgate's gotten tweaked on it because it didn't used to do that. There we go. Perfect thickness. Yeah, it gives me a little material to work with. Beautiful. Tree trimming. We don't charge extra for that. Yeah, we got some drainage established along the edge. So now I can have Ken get some gravel on this and I won't be spilling dirt on it. So move on up the road a little further and start grading again. Hoping he would miss that. And he did not. Why don't you go ahead and lift it up a little bit and kind of get it out of the stack.
Yeah, let me just go to the box.
Okay.
It like it hurt anything.
I don't think it hurt anything. It just not good. The joys of working in tight driveways. There it goes. There we go. Trying to make it not look so, oops, so sharp. A little more finished. At least he won't have to mow this right at the moment. At least this will make it to where the horses can't crawl under the fence. Pretty sneaky, you know. nasty poison oak. This corner worked in. Try to keep the gravel to the outside more, and a little bit of a trough there on the inside so water has a place to run. I tried to pull that bank back, and there are big rocks in there, so we're not going to mess with it and open a can of worms. Yeah, we're starting to get it shaped up here. Once again, this is a 3/4 minus that we're using. Should have enough material down there to bring up here, so and maybe I better do that just now so we know for sure. And the pollen from the madrone trees it smells good, but it's really hard on the allergies. hit that a couple more times. Should be pretty good. Trying to get this rut filled in. We can kind of use the material we got here, then we don't have to buy as much rock. I've got this section done. Got the inspectors out there checking it out. I don't know where they came from, but they're running around. So, well, we'll go up and get the upper part done and keep going on it. It's actually a hard driveway to grade. Got a lot of twists and turns and a lot of grade changes. Very rapid grade changes. Hump right there. We're being pretty successful on getting it built up to where, oops, buried the blade in the dirt. That wasn't what I wanted. Once you make a mistake, just keep going with it. That's a bummer. I really messed that up. But we'll fix it. All right, I gotta watch him on that limb. Ooh. There we go. Going pretty good. I do gotta say, this is one place the little 5-yard truck shines. It just zipped right around that loop. Limb, right? right in the mirror where he having trouble seeing me. I say those transfer boxes make me nervous. I saw one come out I think one day, and man, it shot out of there so fast you couldn't even think about getting out of the way. There we go. Yeah, perfect. Now I'll go get my truck out of the way so he can get out. Well, that's the end of day one. We didn't quite get finished. We've got probably 3 more loads in here, and the gravel yard is closed. We're not very far from it, but they close at 3:30, and don't they know that there's still daylight left? But we got most of it graded up to here. Ken kind of hopped a little bit going down there, so I've got to go fix that after we're all done. But I've got to get a little more out in there and back in there and a few places, so we'll get it finished up on Monday. So everyone, they're putting the final touches on this. Last load up here, so. This will give me enough to do a little tune-up there on the inside of the corner there. There's a little spot that didn't get covered. Just a few little spots I need to touch up. Oops. Just I forgot how to scoop the bucket all of a sudden. One more out there on the end, and then I got some material to work with. There, I got me a little something to back drag off there. A little bit more right there and right there. That be good for that. Grab a scoop and put in the there we go. And I've got a few other little spots to fill in, and we should be in good shape. Oops. Getting that kind of pushed up in a pile so I can work it, but I need to work out of that pile a little bit, but I need to get this kind of close to grade. This is really a hard driveway to grade. The circle part, the road itself, there's so many quick grade changes in it and stuff. It's challenging. Grab me another little scoop. Give me a little something for back dragging. Alright, we'll keep at it here. I got this all finished up. Got his parking area all refreshed. Oh, I've got a little bit left to do down at the very beginning of the road, so video's getting kind of long, so we will just bypass that. We'll make another pass through there, and we pretty well got her. So everyone, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit that like button, and go check my website out, reberpuredirt.com. And you know, liking and subscribing really helps the channel out, so I appreciate that. And want to help the channel out, also go to the website and buy some merch. So we will talk to you a little later, and everyone have a wonderful evening.